Welcome to Watching with Styles. it's well, it's different, man. When you don't have to talk about your own team. Oh, it is. I feel so much at ease tonight because I don't have to talk poorly potentially about my team. Now I can talk shit and poorly about another team. It's kind of interesting. Something happened to me today on my way home from track practice. And it's just weird. I didn't know I was getting to this point. I got a follow from Jaquez Green, which is wow. The guy who damn went back-to-back punt returns on us and put up 70 fucking points on me my senior year. Interesting that he wants to follow me. This little chump of myself. But I got a follow from Jock Green. I'm going to have to follow him back. Now that I'm talking about this, get my phone out. And I got to follow him back. Because I can't believe he found me. How the hell did he find me? That's crazy. But apparently he's head coach at Manatee High School. Hall of Famer. Florida Gator Hall of Famer. That was a dude, man. That MFer could pick him up and put him down. Oh, Kendrick, Kendrick, brother, you were just, I knew it had to be something because that didn't make any sense. I appreciate that, Kendrick. Before I forget, I got to do this. Let me get this on. I'm going to play this first. All right, y'all. I believe in teaching. What's up, Benjamin? I believe in being a teacher. I really do. I don't think I was blessed enough to have teachers when I was in Pee Wee football. And I'm just saying, if I didn't have them at Pee Wee football, my in-depth knowledge and love for the game wouldn't be what it is today. Because they set an unbelievable foundation. And I believe right now there are not enough teachers. I think there are too many people who are, I'm going to say this, it's going to sound weird. There are too many people who are just trying to win games. And it's more than that. Even up to the high school level, in my opinion. You need to be able to develop a kid, teach a kid, help them understand the ins and outs and nuances of the game. And the byproduct of that are wins. Not the opposite way around. I know there are guys who are just putting together unbelievable talented teams and just beating less talented teams. But those guys, after they leave there, if you're not a superstar, you ain't getting nowhere because you don't understand the concepts and schemes that are within the game of football. If you don't understand cover 3 and cover 2 as a defensive back coming out of high school, what the hell was your coach doing? If all you know how to do is play man-to-man, that's a problem. If all you know how to do is say, play him, I got him, you got him, that's a problem. If you understand as a DB, how a wide receiver releases and how he stems, the top of the routes, if you don't understand the route tree, you don't understand route combinations, on the next level, which is college, you're not going to be as successful. So, I'm saying that because I got this, where'd I get it from? Hold on, I got this from Danny Shyster. I don't know, I just got it on my feed and man, I clicked on it and this is everything. So apparently, I'll let the GOAT talk about it. Let me see, let me play.
One thing I didn't know is we're not doing half-line drills and stuff today and walkthrough. So we didn't show them the organization of that last night. Alright, so the most important thing that we should have gotten done in terms of this morning's organization was that. we go out there today and 4 minutes of explaining how to do the drill rather than doing the drill, then we kind of miss the target. Everything should explain and shown to a player in the then it should get walked through. Right, then we actually have to practice whatever. And it eventually ends up in period, then a period, right, then we can go do it. But it's about 5 different opportunities for them to learn how to do it, but it starts with showing them meeting. And most of the time pictures are a lot better than talking. Right, so these things need to be taught in the meetings. Right, so we don't go out there and everybody's looking around like, what are you talking about? Everything gets taught in the meeting.
All right, y'all. That is just that's a little thing, but it's so important. How many times have you been coached and a coach says to do something, but you have never been explained how to do it or shown how to do it? But that coach, just because he was a great player or he knows or he's just been around the sport, that he just expects everybody to know it. That's not how this thing works. You got to teach kids what to do, when to do it, and how to do it to expect them to do it in a game time situation. There's a lot of times where coaches don't go through situations. Have you been in, I've been in like basketball games, my daughter's playing basketball, where you can see the players have no idea. The coach knows what they're talking about, but it obviously hasn't been communicated to them in practice. You can't run something in a game that you haven't ran in practice. And you just expect the kid, because you just drew it up on the board at halftime or drew it up the board in a timeout, and expect them in high school or in college just to automatically know what to do. That's not how this works. You got to teach these kids. But like Saban said, how dare us not go over it the night before in the meeting, go over it. Okay, this is the drill we're going to run. This is how we're going to run it. This is what I'm expecting from you in the drill. On top of that, it'd be great to explain to the kid why we're doing it. We're doing this drill because it helps us in cover 2 on smash routes. It helps us in cover 3 on switch releases, et cetera, et cetera. It'll be nice for me as a player to say, oh, now I get it. The same way how Coach Smith used to teach us why we're running this defense and what is the weakness of it. If I know in cover 2, the weaknesses of cover 2 is the middle of the field, okay, well now, how can I make that less of a weakness as a player? What can I as a player can help my linebacker out if he has to carry number 3 up the seam? Is there anything I can possibly do? If not, that linebacker has to understand that I got to get on my horse because I ain't got no help. But at least if you know that's the weakness, you can combat that. Because maybe as a middle linebacker, I'm going to give up the 12-yard dig. I don't want to give up the 60-yard seam route during the middle of the field. Those are the kind of things that need to be taught. And we're not, I'm not saying we. I know some players are not being taught that. And that's a problem for me. Coaches are worried too much about winning instead of teaching and developing. Especially in high school. How many, unless you at one of these elite high schools, and if you're at one of these elite high schools where if you don't win games, you get fired, you're going to fucking get talent. I'm sure at these 5, 6A schools, 7A schools, you got enough talent. So the talent ain't the issue. You got to teach, cultivate a culture that will enable you to win more games. All right, y'all. So I just want to show that because that was huge to me by the GOAT. So this game, man, is very interesting. This is a game that Wild Man Catfan says Stoops to Bama's like snow in July. Wild Man Catfan, why, brother? Why? Here's the deal. Washington had many chances to potentially win this game. Just couldn't put it together. Washington on defense was not sound. When I'm about, and I didn't look at the tape. This is not my team. So, and even on Kentucky games, the last couple games, I didn't watch as many times as I watched about the first 8 games. Defensively, they were not in the right gaps. Their gap discipline and their gap fits were horrible. And that's why Michigan had big run plays on them. The other thing is that Michael Penix didn't have his best game. He picked a fine time to not be at his best. And he missed. Let's not talk about the wide open pass he missed. Let's just talk about the passes that he has been completing. And I haven't watched all the Washington games, but I probably watched at least 7 of their games. And that MF was a deep ball accurate quarterback. Probably the most deep ball accurate quarterback since probably Joe Burrow. He was on it. He has great receivers, and they had a step on the DB. He was putting it where only they could catch it, and he was putting it on them. In this game, he was missing by 2-3 yards, and that's uncharacteristic of him. I don't know if that was an undisclosed injury or he just wasn't comfortable, because I'm shocked at some of the passes he missed. There are also some opportunities that he had that he missed. Not sure what his reads were, but there are some passes where he had options and didn't let it go. I don't think the moment was too big. I just think he picked a bad time to have a bad game. And that's unfortunate because he had a great season, but man, you left a lot of meat on the bone in this game. But Washington defense was just not sound. And I'm going to tell you, Michigan fucking defense, they were relentless. I don't think Michigan has a dude on their defense per se, but they were Alabama, Georgia type in the right place. They were in their gap discipline was immaculate for the most part of the game. They the strain to the ball was unmatched. This game, they missed a tackle early on the perimeter by the secondary, but after that, I don't think they missed I'll say this, I don't think they missed a key tackle, especially in one-on-one on third downs. They made every tackle to prevent a first down. And there were situations, if that corner missed that tackle, that guy could be still running to this day. My Deontay Wilder to this day. But it's interesting, man. That this game was a lot closer than the score will say, because there were spots where Washington could have turned this game on its head with a couple instances here or there, not missing a receiver, etc. Yeah, Benjamin, the weird thing about it, against Bama, they missed tackles. In this game, they missed. I can remember one, and I think it was early in the game. They missed one. It was on the first drive. They missed. It was third down. The guy ran over the corner, got the first down. Other than that, dude, they were batting 1,000 on third downs with making open field tackles. And that's all about focus. That's all about attention to detail. That's all about being confident in your abilities too. Not second guessing it, shooting your shot. I know I can tackle. And they did a damn good job against probably the best wide receiving room in the country, top to bottom. Washington has some dudes that can catch the ball. And they did a damn good job of bringing them down to the ground when they had to. That was instant, like I said, where Penix just missed them. But other than that, they were sound. The other thing I want y'all to pay attention to, because someone asked me to compare it to us. I want you to see when Michigan goes on defense. Watch on a lot of situations. Just take into account, I'm going to point it out. Watch how far the corners are off the receivers. Watch how much zone they play. Watch how many times they brought only 4 defensive linemen. Think of the amount of times they pressured and brought 5 or more. A lot of our parents complain about we're not bringing enough pressure. Michigan was bringing pressure with 4, and that allowed you to cover in the back end with 7. Like I always say, you got how many underneath zones? You have 6. You really have, as a corner for me, you only have 4. I'm not worried about the flats. That's first of all, like I said, the flats to the boundary is basically right next to the curl. So that's really one zone, in my opinion. Then the other flats onto the field, that's a long ass throw. I'm not worried about that one. So you got 4 underneath coverage. If you rush 4, you got 7. You can have 4 guys underneath and 3 guys deep. You covering every fucking zone if everybody does their job. And what Michigan did was, for the most part, everybody did their job. Watch on situational football. Watch on 3rd and long how they didn't get locked down to a flat. They become flat magnets. Their knowledge of the game was amazing in this situation as far as situational football. Michigan defensively, man, was about as sound as they can be. And then on offense, they just made big plays. All right, y'all. First play. Now, I don't have a script, y'all. I'm just going as I see. And Michigan they gave so much damn eye candy with shifts and motions. It was crazy. I wanted to, but I'm like, I don't want to have a 15-minute film. They had so much crap, it would have added probably 2 to 3 minutes to my cut-ups because of all the shifting and motion. All right. So, gap discipline, right? Gap discipline. Now, this is what I want you to understand. And this is hard. In this corner, did a great job of field replacing. He's blocking. He got to make sure he blocks and he has to replace. All right, but here's the problem. Who has contain? If he has contain, right, and this safety is supposed to fill that D gap, right, you got to replace and fill where the safety was going to fill. So in situations like this is why gap discipline is so important. This is why, as a corner specifically, you become better at, I would say, I'm not going to say everybody because I don't know myself. I'm going to say this. I became better as a corner when I understood everybody else's responsibilities. Because when I understand what everybody else is supposed to do, now I can fit in where I need to fit in. So, for example, this corner knows that this linebacker is the edge setter. I don't have to go outside too. Now we got 2 guys on the perimeter. Saw stat where Michigan had 45 penalties on the 5 turnovers. Damn. The whole season? So what's that? How many games did Michigan play? 14, right? You have 12, right? You have 12. Then they played a conference championship game. 13. So they had 15 games. So if they had 3 penalties a game on average, shit, that's amazing. That's amazing. 3 penalties a game. That's pretty damn good. So that means they had some games where they didn't have 1 or no penalties. I'm sure they had some games where they had 5. Damn. That's clean. Only 5. That means how many damn INTs did JJ have? I didn't check his stats. Are those all interceptions or are those some fumbles too? Because if you have no fumbles the way they run the ball, that's pretty damn good too. So in this situation, right? Watch what happens. This is why run fits are so important. And to understand as a corner what my field replace run fit is. It isn't that he understood his job, which is my safety can block. I'm supposed to replace him. The problem is, in my opinion, he didn't know where to replace him at. All right, watch. In this situation, I don't know this number, this number 25. Watch them both go outside. See how 25 goes outside? Why he's going outside? It makes no sense, right? If the safety is here, he needs to run here. If he fits this gap, this gets 0. Because what's going to happen potentially is the running back's going to see him fit. He's going to try and bounce it because he thinks he can outrun him. And now it's a matter of can he outrun him. But as a corner, you have to fill that gap. You got to fill there. Dude, there is nothing there. Everybody else does their job. And he, in essence, does his job, but not all the way. He has to understand that we don't need 2 guys on the perimeter. That's your fit. And this is a little thing here, but it's taken advantage of later. This is good. This is not bad. There's some little things I can say, but that's me being nitpicky. That was pretty good coverage. When you're going to give up plays, and it's hard for fans to understand that. Football is an offensive game. Defensive, you are reacting to the offense. They're going to get plays. They're going to get first downs. They're going to make, if you get an offense a 2nd and 5, they can do whatever the hell they want to. That is a tough defensive call. That's a tough play for players to play in because they can run a pass. And since it's 2nd and medium, they're really 2nd and short because they're ahead of the chain, is you are playing on your heels because you don't want to give up the deep ball because you don't want to give up a big play after you just gave up 5 yards. But then you want to be semi-aggressive because you don't want them to slash you again with the run game. So it's a tough spot to be. So, watch this. This is just something you can't do, y'all. And it's little. And this is why the great teams are so good at this. There is a difference between doing your job by the scheme. Okay? Coach tells you, don't let them get outside of you. Okay? That's only half of the really battle. You can't get washed. This guy right here is about to get washed. He's going to get washed. Okay? And you can't get washed. That's a bad color. He's about to get washed. And what happens when you get washed, you make the hole bigger, right? So if he holds here, this hole is a lot tighter for 2 guys to fit. But when he gets washed, see how he started at the hash? See how before the running back gets there, how he's washed to the top of the numbers? So that hole got like 8 yards bigger. Well, 7 yards bigger. He started here. The running back is there, right? There's what? That's 6 yards almost apart. By the time the running back gets to there, the hole is that much bigger, right? So now it makes these 2 guys have to fit a bigger phone booth. Compared to if he was still here, it's condensed, right? So watch. He gets washed. Watch this guy. Watch this corner. Watch him get washed. But now he gets washed. Now the hole is a little bit bigger. So this is 2 yards from top of numbers to bottom numbers. That should be a yard max. Same here. So they allowed this run to be more successful Because the little things, you can't get washed. You got to hold the fort. You got to put a stake in the ground right there. You got to put a stake. You got to put a flag in the ground right there. Because here's the deal. If you put a flag in the ground here, right? And let's just say, and this is the hardest thing to understand, high school particularly. A lot of times players are trying to make the tackle by themselves, but you got 10 other friends with you. As a tweet said earlier, and I posted on it, do your job. Okay, if you put a flag in there right there, right? You put a flag, you solidify your flag right there, right? And let's say he actually bounces it outside, okay? Technically, you fail at your job, technically, okay? But as a coach, as long as that running back didn't come downhill to the perimeter, you're not wrong. If you take on and put down a flag and this guy has to bounce it, it gives this guy even more time to get there. And this pulling, I don't know if it's GT stun or GG, he's coming here to block. He is fooled because now you're going outside. Now you got a chance to eliminate getting blocked by a big offensive lineman. So we got to put our stake in the ground. Then this guy. Now I know they kind of changed the rules where you can't go at a lineman knees. But if you watch later in the game, Michigan guy did this. You just go a little lower, hit him in the thigh, and put down your flag right there. We should have flags here and here. And now you allow these guys not to have to run so far. This play should not have gotten what it got. That's a fullback coming out. It shouldn't have got this much if number 8, is that number 8? I think that looks like an 8. If number 8 doesn't get washed initially, then number 25 doesn't get washed. And then that got what, 5 yards, 6 yards? Should have gotten 2. That's the discipline, man. It is so important on this level to do your job. To don't get washed. To put if you're an edge setter, set the damn edge. If the water overflows, it's got to get over that hump though. And we'll catch him on the other side. He just can't come downhill and and now it's like almost like Buck Sweet, where that little edge becomes wider because you're getting kicked out. You can't get kicked out. You're gonna get blocked. But you gotta be strong at the point of attack. If you're not, you just widen the hole, especially if the timing of the running back to the hole being washed is immaculate. Then that hole becomes a 1-yard hole. Then it becomes, in a split second, a 3-yard hole. Now everybody's got to run farther. And that hole is bigger for a damn safety to fill. I played safety, man. If that hole, I'll say this. I played safety before. I'll never forget. Peach Bowl practice. Mo Williams and I had to meet up head to head. It was so much easier hitting Mo in that situation because the damn phone booth was legitimately probably half a yard. He had to get himself skinny to get in there. So now I don't have to worry as a safety, is he's going to try to juke me in the hole or he's going to run over me? He only had one choice. There was enough room for him to even wiggle a little bit. He had to come at me. He had to be mano a mano. Now, we both, we were freshmen at the time, but we both grown men. We gonna go mano a mano. Let's go mano a mano. But as a safety, if you got a two-way go, like if Fred Taylor got a two-way go, I'm fucked. Because Fred Taylor had the juice to shake you out your job. Then he had the power to just run over your ass. So now what you gonna do? You're gonna look stupid. If you got a two-yard phone booth, the offensive running back shouldn't get touched, honestly. In this league, a 2-yard phone booth, The running back shouldn't get touched. Running backs in this league are that good. Now, a half a yard, now it's a even battle. But I know you guys have seen 2-3 yard phone booth, and you wonder why the safety can't make the damn tackle. Okay, let me get your ass out there and try to make a damn open field tackle against an SEC running back with the ability to shake you in the hole or run through you or run around you. Now, he got a two-way go, and he can run over your ass. Now, what you going to do? You're going to have to settle. If you settle, he's starting to stop. And if he's got a 0 to 60 in 2 seconds, you beat. That's why defense is a team game. You got to make, for me as a safety, if I'm a safety, I need that phone booth to be as small as possible. The bigger it is, the less likely my chance of being successful. The smaller it is, the worst thing can happen is he going to run over me and get an extra yard or 2. But I should be able to bring him down. Now, he might be a little more stout than me, but I should be able to make the tackle, and we live to see another down. See, that's good ball. Safety comes, fills the hole. It's a big-ass hole, though. But that defensive lineman saved his ass. I made it a little easier by coming off that block and making contact. But that running back didn't want to go to that safety either. See that? He sees color. He's like, let me see if I can bounce it in there or cut back in there. So play action fake. Not sure that's an RPO. I just think it's a play action fake. This is what I love. I love this here. And I don't see enough of it. And it bothers me. In college football, NCAA, you can jam receivers anywhere down the field as long as that peel is not in the air. So be aggressive. This is a great job being aggressive on a big tight end, knowing you feel comfortable that he can't go by you. This is pretty good coverage all the way around. I like the way this corner, no action to his side. He's not going to just cover dead grass. He's coming over here and trying to eat, trying to find something. Because this guy gets beat, but he's there. It's hard for a quarterback to roll this way and throw all the way across his body anyway as a right-hander. Good job, man. This is pretty good, strong defense here. This the problem. What are they doing? I don't understand why that safety didn't drive. I don't quite get why this safety here didn't drive that dig route. Because he's got help over the top if he runs a post dig or something like, post corner. So this is another situation, y'all, of understanding the concept and if I have help. So let's just say this guy ran a stick and go, right? I don't know their terminology, their technique, whatever their system is, but they're in theory playing in and out on this one receiver. So watch the corner get depth. If he ran a stick and go, he's got a chance to get over the top. You are playing a little too soft when you got potential help over the top. But if you don't understand, right here, right, he goes in motion, This is number 1. This is number 2. This is number 1. This is number 2. Now, watch what happens though. When number 2 goes away, there's no other threat on this side of the field. These are things, now I don't know their coverage concept. It looks like they're playing man, a little man free, but they're bracketing. If there's no one else, when he goes here, the light bulb should go off in your head. Ding, ding, that there's only one guy over here that can threaten us. Okay? So there's only one guy over here. What is my corner gonna do if this guy goes in? What's your protocol? If he goes in, he's gonna sink. If that's the case, there's nobody else over here that's preventing you from driving that, because there's no other deep threat, especially when you got help over the top, right? So if they're playing man and seesawing it, you can see he just made a hand signal. So I think they're bracketing these two. But I don't know what happens when he goes across. Is he supposed to come down and follow him? I'm not sure. Because I'm pretty sure he has him. He has him. Okay? So it looks like the linebacker zone up. He drove. Now, I don't know if this linebacker is supposed to come or he's supposed to be the rat. I'm not sure. Or the robber. Whichever terminology you use. I'm not sure if he's the robber / rat or he's supposed to pressure, because there's the running back blocks. But there's no reason for this safety to open up and play so less aggressive. He should be coming downhill. There's no one else that can threaten him if they are playing bracket, which it looks like they are. Like I said, he's going to help you over the top. You got to be aggressive. You got to come and get that. See what happens, y'all. I don't remember. Woo, what happened? So they're playing typical 4-3. This is a 1 tech. This looks like a 3, 5. And that's another 5. All right. So it looks fine. When the tight end comes, he doesn't go outside, so he's still a 5. So in essence, it's 4-3, B gap, C gap, A gap, A gap, B gap, C gap. So let's see what happens. Safety comes down. Ooh. Why does that defensive end turn his head like that? Okay. So the linebacker, does this linebacker scrape too far? Okay, man, that makes no sense. Now, I'm going to just be honest with you, this makes no sense. How do you get through there? Linebacker scrape, that's pretty damn good. So in essence, you got one guy with 2 guys in that gap and that gap, and only one guy to block. How did he get back inside of the linebacker? Oh man, that's bad. So that linebacker, this guy, is that a guard or a tackle? That guard number big 77 pulls. All right, big 77 pulls. This linebacker comes inside of big 77's block. and a running back runs inside of the block because this DB comes and tries to set an edge. I don't know how he got through there, unless the hole is bigger in the end zone cut, because he got untouched. Damn. They eye-candied the hell out of Washington, man. The Washington brings 4. Good coverage. Look like they bracketed the tight end right here. He drove that better this time than last time. If you're not going to help, if the corner knows, and here's the thing, and single high, man free coverage as a corner, you have every anticipation that you got no help. Because this guy is truly a extra. He's not an extra in deep third. He's just an extra guy. He's reading quarterback's eyes, quarterback's shoulder, and trying to get a jump on any route. He's got no deep responsibility, or he got no short responsibility, unless we're going to call bracket on a certain guy. So, as a corner, you can expect you in true man-to-man. That free safety is not going to help you unless there's a game plan where we want to double the best receiver or something like that. But in theory, on paper, on install, corners get no help. How many people do Washington bring? This guy's playing him. They bring in 1, 2, 3, 4. That's all they brought, y'all. And they got pressure. The great thing about the pressure, for the most part, they had good pass rush discipline. Although, honestly, this guy doesn't do a good job of setting that edge. This guy does a great job, and we got pushed up the middle. JJ could have potentially bounced that way if he had time to see it. See that? There's no, these guys are leaving. There's nobody to prevent him from escaping that way. And if he escapes that way, maybe this guy has enough time to run away from everybody. Maybe you can catch the ball on the sideline. But great push up the middle. Great coverage by the corners. And you get yourself a sack. Again, you just can't get your ass whipped. You just can't. Look how he just gets washed all the way over there, right? This corner. You got to take the big offensive line. I know, I don't think you can go at the legs, but you got to find a way to go lower. Maybe give him, since there's so much gap between you and the running back, maybe use your athleticism, give an in and out and come. But you can't let him wash you across the ball too, because now because of him getting washed and you getting washed, you just open up the Red Sea and there's just a split, and now there's no one there, right? Here's the deal. This is why doing your job is so important. Uh-oh, Brian. I guess I'll get to watch the replay. It just says the window circle forever. Does anybody else not see anything? Hold on. Brian, are you watching on YouTube? Hold on, guys. Let me see. Am I having a YouTube issue again? That's not good, man. Brian said all he's seeing is a big circle. Brian, let me see. Because I'm delayed. Let me see if I can. Nope. Brian on YouTube, I'm good. Kendrick say he's good too. No, Brian, you might need to shut down and start over. I don't know. That's weird. It just has the Windows circle. Okay, so here's the thing. This is hard, man. This is all right. Do your job. If my job as corner is I'm supposed to turn it back into my safety, I am going to keep this arm free at all times. I don't give a damn what happens. I have 100% trust in him. If I turn it in, he has to make the tackle. No ifs, ands, or buts. If I get washed across, I better be able to come off and make the tackle. Because if you get washed, now we got two guys on this side of hash with nobody in that hole. Just watch. It's that simple. The running back bounce it. He's coming down the hash, but you get washed down the hash. Watch. You got two people on the hash. That's not his fault. Now, could he have seen it? Potentially, but he's in this wash, right? If that corner is right here, he has to cut it up, which now gives him a better shot, gives him a better shot, give him a better shot. But when you allow him to get to the top of the numbers, y'all, they got to run at minimum 5 yards further. And he's a fucking speedster. It's ball game. Gap fits. That's it. It's gap fits. And he's coming to me at a good angle to banana it. If he's here and that corner is here and this guy isn't so fucking washed, he is the start of the train. He started about 3 yards inside the top of the numbers. He ended at the bottom of the numbers. He made this hole 5 yards bigger. Right? If he would have been able to stay right here, and the corner would have been able to stay right here, he has to turn it up the hash. Bam. 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 Do your job. And when your ass get whipped, now you make everybody else look bad. Because no one is going to say, as a fan or as a media member, that he was the cause of the fuck up. He's so far away from the play, there's no way he fucked it up. What you're going to say is, he took a bad angle and he took a bad angle. That's not how it works, though. Because if I can't be Superman on this level. If my job is basically for that safe to come down the hash, that's my gap. I'm coming down the fucking hash. That's my gap. I'm not playing my brother gap, who is 2 yards outside of him. I'm damn sure not playing the edge setter. Because if I do that, if I come out of my responsibility and I see some, I think I see some, and I come out here and that good running back turns up, then whose fault is it? It's my fault because that's my gap. That's my fit. You get in where you fit in. You don't try to fucking freelance. You don't. In high school, you can freelance. Reason why in high school you can freelance? Because you're probably one of the better players on the field. And you can just fucking see ball, go get ball. You can't do that on this level when you got 10 other guys who were the best player on their high school team too. Let the motherfuckers do their job. I'm going to do my job. Because my brother is relying on me to do my job. So therefore, I'm relying on you to do your job. If we all do our job, we got a chance to make them snap the ball again. If we don't, we get this. And that looks bad. That looks bad. But look at the difference, y'all. Look at the difference of Michigan. Right? Number 7, come up the hash. He gets his ass blasted. But he does his job well enough where the running back has to turn up the hash, right? So now, watch this corner. He comes up, sets an edge. See where the corner sets the edge? He takes on the block, discards him. He is right where he initiated contact. See that? He didn't get washed. Know why that's important? If he doesn't get washed, it doesn't allow the running back to continue to come at this angle and run away from these two guys. So watch. Since the corner stays there, watch what the safety, watch how small this phone booth is. Now the safety can come and fill that alley. See that? Now, if this guy blocks him and washes him out this way and he's eliminated, the running back could run straight down that angle. Now he can't fit like he fit. Michigan was just on their shit. Bam. That's good. That's what you, like I said, they're going to get yards. But be sound. Rushing 4. I'm going to let this marinate for a little bit. Look how far that corner is off of that receiver. Is that not basically 10 yards? Soft ass defense Michigan playing. See, sometimes, not y'all, but sometimes I hear shit that obviously sometimes I don't think people watch enough football. Right, Benjamin, look at that soft zone national champion. The national champions are playing. You know? Sometimes people don't watch enough football. And that's rightfully so. There's too many fucking games on, to be honest with you. Shit. You can watch every damn game that's on almost nowadays. I used to have to go to Southern football games to be able to see it. Now you can just watch it on damn TV. I had to go to the damn stadium. My parents and I traveled. We went to every Southern game, home and away, except Valley when they played Valley. That's Mississippi Valley. 10 yards off. They're playing zone. They rushing 4. The reason why I think they had a problem because Michigan rushed 4 and put 7 in the back. When they played Texas, Texas didn't do that. Texas played a little more press man and put their corners on island. So, second and short. That's 5, 2, 3. He's still 10 yards away. Okay? He should drive. Good drive. He's a little late because that's a ball. But he's good drive on the ball. Let's see what happens. Make the tackle. You're going to give up some shit. Remember what I said, y'all. That's a long-ass throw. They're playing cover 3, 1, 2, 3 deep. They're playing 4 on the knee. This zone right here, the curl, the flat, and the curl are pretty much in the same areas. Hook, curl, and flat. That's a long throw to get in the flat. Make him throw that one. See if he's good. Come up, make a tackle. It happens. For sure, Jacob. That's what. Wi-Fi and P7. Good, Brian. I'm glad you back, brother. Glad you figured it out. Now, I didn't have a problem. I had a problem with some of Michigan. I mean, not Wake Forest. Jeez. Washington game plan in the red zone, but he was not on his game. And some people are going to blame the OC, and it's bullshit. All right? On this route concept, he is a clear out. Okay? So watch. If he's a clear out, right? He's a clear out, and he's a clear out, and this guy bails, and this guy has to respect this. What happens to this part of the field? It's butt naked open. If he clears out, because they got to respect him, this guy got to respect the over route. The OC is creating 2 layers for this corner. You're creating run on the knee. You're creating run on the top. Watch. Who's open? Who is open? I wish I can have y'all like we're in a classroom and somebody just raises he's open. He is wide open. It's not even close. He is so open, it's potentially a touchdown. He is unbelievably open. And the bad part about this for me is Penix is left-handed and he's rolling left. He ain't got to square his shoulders up big time because he's rolling to the strength of his arm. If he lays this thing up over the top here, number 11 catches it, maybe he gets a block here. It's the only guy that can block him, or if gets this linebacker fast enough to get him from behind. Look at it. He is open right now. What is he look? Is he being too conservative? 25 is under him, and he's too shallow. He can't get to this pass if you pass it here. He can't get to it because this corner is respecting this. Once you see that, this is where you throw it. There's no way he doesn't throw it there. It's no fucking way. That is a big play. Look at it. There's nothing over there. He got all the room in the world. I don't get it. That's not the only one, y'all. Michigan is just so fucking sound. They are so sound. Look at everybody in the gap. Linebacker comes downhill. There's nothing open. Corner should be coming down. There's nothing there. Great job. Third and 5. I really wonder did Mike start feeling pressure that was not there yet? I'm just wondering. I understand you got to get the ball out quick, but I'm just wondering. Because look at body language. He's falling backwards. And this is the one. This is the only one that I can remember that Michigan missed a tackle. Do they just not play zone in the Pac-12? Good question, Jacob. I don't think I watched the game from that standpoint to really give you an answer. I just watched the game. I was just a fan. When I watch games that's not Kentucky, I'm a fan. Like, if no one would ask me if Kendrick wouldn't ask me to break down this film, I would have just watched it as a fan. Now, the great thing about it, I do have this all 22 cut. I might have been, if I didn't have to do this, I might have watched it a little more closer eye. I'm not sure, but all 22 might have piqued my interest to really look at it differently. But for the most part, when it's not Kentucky, man, I'm just watching the game. I'm not looking at coverages and all that shit. I'm just watching like everybody else watching. Little bunch set. Still rush 4, man. Right, he was. I hope he wasn't rattled, Jacob. I really do. He's too experienced to be rattled. He could have saw ghost though. So that's possible. Oh, this is a little screenplay. Look how these MFers in that maize and blue. Look how they react, man. They are coming. These guys are coming. Another screen. Better executed. Good job, man. Let the big boys get out in front of you. The big boys ate a little bit. That's a good block. Now, big boy here needs to get a better block. But it's hard for the big boys to get blocks out in space. That's a good block. Good job, man. Good zone defensive concept. I don't like this linebacker covering that flat because you just open up a big void, especially if he's not pushing there. But luckily he ran like a corner route. So we're in good shape. We're in good shape. You got to dump it off, though. Right? Even though you want this one, probably. But let's see where his vision is. Yeah, his vision is here. When you see that corner drop, you know this is X'd out. Got no shot. Once you see him back to the sideline, he's shuffling. That's it. What's your next one? You can't go here because you got the safety in the middle. What's your next one? Right here. But you see him hugged up. Right there. He should have been right here. This is mine. My look. Got the ball. No. Nope. He's selling. Let me peek here. Nope. He's gone. As I'm looking here, I see this guy expand. I know that's gone. Bam. It's that quick. In real time. No to the corner route. Post, nope. Here, there's no ghost. This offensive line on this play is not the problem. Why escape, in my opinion, why escape that way when all route concepts are going this way in the end zone. Now, if they're in man and all my route concepts is going this way and they're in man, that means all these guys in blue are going to be going this way too. Now, I'm going that way. But there's no reason why he couldn't slide this way and get something there. There's no reason. Good run. Good blocking out front. And that's tough. Try to watch this film from both angles. Number 0 can't get washed. Watch how he makes the hole bigger for this guy. It makes it hard for him too. If he sets the flag at the hash, now this running back has to make a decision. He's going to either go here or he's going to have to bounce it. Now this guy can play off of it. But when he's on the hash, now he gets washed out to the bottom of the numbers. He doesn't know where to go. This guy's a run further. Because imagine, look how that guy's coming. This guy. Watch what he does to that blocker. Boom. Right? If he was right here, he would have to cut up and he got him. But since he got washed, he made this linebacker have to run further. And this guy's just faster than him. Now, this is where I had a problem with the play caller. If he's your best player, put the ball in his hands in this situation. Passing, roll them out, do whatever you got to do. He should touch the ball and be an impact player in all these plays, especially when the run game wasn't giving you anything really. Let him be a member of the run game. Look how these MFers float to the ball, man. Watch the blue hats or the amazing blue hats. Watch them flow to the ball. He's blocking down. He's going to hug. He knows probably someone's coming. He don't want to meet him all the way over here. He wants to meet him somewhere in there. Look at that. That is beautiful. And he wrong shoulders it. I'm thinking he knows he has somebody containing because you wouldn't go under. But watch what he does. When he goes under, he makes the running back bounce, which gives everybody else a split second more time to react. And watch how they come. They are flowing, brother. See that? This linebacker here has cutback problem, right? He's going to take on this linebacker with that shoulder, keep that arm free. Watch what he does. Cutback. First of all, he shook the offensive lineman. Secures his hold. Stays on the inside shoulder of the running back. So if he cuts back, he's just going to cut back right into him. Watch. Because he made him, in essence, bounce, slow him down. It gave him enough time to flow and come make the tackle. Good job by the DB, too. That's good work, man. They got nothing. They might have lost a half a yard. I'm going to say this. I don't know what this is, but it's interesting that this DB is blitzing inside of this edge. If that is how it's supposed to be, this guy does a fucking spectacular job. On a slant, he's slanting inside to fight for setting an edge. Watch. Watch how hard he fights for this edge. He comes inside, he's fighting for the edge. These guys in the back are just flowing. That's good shit, man. These guys play defense. So they just wasted first and second down, and this guy had no impact on it. I don't like that. Not in the national championship game where this guy was a Heisman Trophy candidate. Put the damn ball in his hands. Let him decide the fate of this game. That don't mean he's got to throw it. That means you can give him an option. That means you can run RPO, something that he has a direct effect on this on this drive in the red zone. That's just my opinion. Now, this to me is one spectacular by the backside corner. If he would have squeezed just a little bit on that, this is behind him in his touchdown. Watch. So he X'd that out. Okay? But he is open. This is a miss by Penix, and he is not pressured. He stepped up in the pocket nicely. He's got a humongous window. That window is like those what are those things called? The patio doors. You know how the rich people have the accordion doors? And in California, they accordion, and you can, like, that whole room is just wide open to the outside. That's how big of a window he had. There is nothing in his way. And he just totally airmails this. That's not even close, man. I'm shocked. Because he had enough time. There's nothing that should have took him off of his timing. That's amazing that he's so high. Now, I understand if maybe he threw it like right here, a little out front. Maybe Doozy had to dive because they had contact here. But, dude, he airmails. This is not even close. That's points they left off the board. That's a touchdown normally. He's better than that. Michigan done a great job, man. Hat on a hat. They are hat on a hat. This guy, to me, just left stuff on the field. That's why I said he just absolutely abandoned his footwork. See, Jacob, now on that one, I don't even think he abandoned his footwork because he climbed the pocket. He came off of number one, which was the over route backside, which the corner played perfectly. He got to his number two. While climbing the pocket, and just airmailed it. I don't know, man. It's weird. This play should not have been anything if I remember the play correctly. See, why does he stop right there? What is he looking at? That's weird. What made him right there stop? Let's see if you can see it in regular speed. Right there. Why did he double? He's got a corner who's coming underneath it well. Why did he pause and then start back? No idea. There's nobody else there. If they run it here and here, That one is on the corner. Make it make sense. That makes no sense to me. That's good corner work. I'm gonna just say this is the essence of zone. Eyes on quarterback. Even though he has that zone, ball release negates anything you have. The most important thing in football is that pigskin. So watch him. He shuffles, ball's in the air, he stops. There's no reason. Ball's in the air. He almost got him one. Who has that gap? Who has that gap? Why is this gap? I don't know, man. I don't know who has the gap. Right? We got too many guys over here. Count the guys. You only got 2 here. You got 9 guys. Look how close they are. Something ain't right. Something smells funny. And for me, what I think smells funny, this linebacker has that gap. You don't have both your linebackers over here when all these gaps are filled that way. Like, for example, if they all slant, right, that means those gaps are taken back. Boy, I'm yawning a lot. All those gaps are taken. Usually the linebackers they flow the other way to take care of the gaps that are being vacated because of the slant. Why is this linebacker up the back of that defensive lineman? The gap is here. That's his hole. I guarantee you. I'm not 100% sure, but if I was a bet man, I don't give a damn what the odds were, I would bet that he's the one that's supposed to have that gap, because he can't have that gap. Because I'm sure he's probably man on that tight end. If you man, you have no gap responsibility. This guy is flowing too much that way for no reason. He's got a brother right there. Where are the gaps? If this is a 1, he got A, he got B, he got C, we got corner, we got 2 set. There's nothing else with him. There's no reason for you to be over here. But, like I said earlier, if you were playing high school football and you see the running back get the ball on this side, you're just going to go flow here. That's not your gap, though. Your gap is here, and then you put this gap on lock, then you can start flowing to the ball. Do your job. Look at it. Just make it make sense. Watch. He gets in front of his linebacker cohort. This is his other linebacker friend. He gets there before him. Now that to me is sometimes the moment being too big for you. Look how many people they have right in there. Make it make sense. So you gave up 2 big runs. It's almost like I should have done I'm not though. Should have done a breakdown from the perspective of Washington, then from the perspective of Michigan. So I'm going to take advantage of all 22. Let's see what Michigan secondary is doing. They only rushing 4. Well, they got everything covered. Looks like they are playing combo coverage. Look like they playing man here. But they definitely playing cover 2 zone here. Or maybe they playing cover 6. They could be playing quarters. Let's see what this linebacker does. He will dictate to me if it's quarters. Yeah, that's not totally quarter. Now, it's quarters to me because he's got him locked down, number 2 on the vertical, and he's playing man on number 1. Quarters, the way I was taught, he would buzz the flat, but he's not buzzing the flat. He's kind of in a curl, but maybe he's in a curl. I'm stuck on one frame again, but not circle. I see the linebacker get pushed outside by the linebacker. Huh. I'm gonna check again, Brian, see if it's me, brother. No, I'm still good. I'm still moving. So to me, it looks like an essence of cover 6. So cover 6, y'all, is cover 4 here. Usually it's to the field. Let's see, are they on the hash? Yeah, they're on the hash. So we're gonna play cover 4 into the field and cover 2 to the boundary. And 2 plus 4 is 6. That's how you get cover 6. So that's what I think it is. But with more of a man, like in NFL, a lot of coverages, even zone, a man. You don't think he hit number 11 here. Let's see. Benjamin, yeah. I think he already pulled it down, but if he would have been patient, for sure. And that's hard. I'm gonna say this. It's hard as a court. Whoa, yeah, you're right, Ben. Where's the down? The down marker. This is the line of scrimmage, right? Is a 25 line of scrimmage? Oh shit, Ben, you're right. You're right, Ben. He panicked. He damn sure had him. For sure. And he's looking at it. Looks like that's the direction of his vision, too. So, and this is, it's so easy, so much easier to say it because I'm not on the field. However, I will say this, and you have to dissect the coverage right away to feel comfortable with this. If he was able to dissect the coverage right away, and you see him with his back to that sideline, and you know my best receiver is about to run a corner route, he's beat just right now. Like, if I can identify the coverage right now, and he does that, I know he has a chance to be open because he can't get underneath it because he's playing man. If you can't dissect it right now he might not know he's a man. But if he does, you can throw the ball in the air right now. You can throw the ball and just put some air on it and throw about right in that spot. He catches that. Benjamin, you're right. Because right now, he's climbing the pocket. Instead of running, he could have climbed, and stayed right here and possibly through that. Yeah, you're right, Ben. Now this, like I said, y'all, I didn't watch. I'm watching like you guys are watching. I like this route right here. So as a corner adjust, which is going to be something I'm going to talk about later. And I really think this is why that ball wasn't completed. All right. You know you're running a corner route, right? When you see the corner sitting on the corner, you just hook it up. I like that route. Watch. He sees him. Watch. Right? He looks at, you can see him looking at the corner right there. He's just going to sit. What's up, Jeff? You're right, Ben. with the knowing that with the line of scrimmage being here, he definitely could have hit that corner route. I'm not sure he understood the coverage concept though. If you don't understand the coverage concept, then you're not going to be able to anticipate that. I really don't think he recognized that he's a man and he couldn't peel off and potentially get that corner out. I think that's the problem. So, Ben, that's another one. I wasn't counting that one as one he missed. So that's two he missed. And those are to his best receiver, which is that's the interesting part to me, is he missed his best receiver. That was interesting. Like, I know you shouldn't, what's the word? Latch on to a receiver. But if he's one of the best receivers in the draft, that's the first fucking guy I'm looking at. I'm just being honest. I'm looking at his way first. I don't give a damn if he's my number 3 read. I'm looking at him first. I'm trying to see, can he get open? If I recognize the coverage, I know he's running a certain route, and even though my first read, my primary read is open too, I'm throwing to my best receiver. Michigan is just so fucking sound, man. All right. Let me get at this again. This looks like maybe because they're in bunch. 5, 7, 8 yards off. That's pretty soft too, isn't it? But once this guy recognizes, dude, he has not made a fucking bad step yet. He took a 1, 2 re-step. He saw block. He saw pitch. He is downhill right now. Oh, shit. Boom, boom, downhill. He's downhill. I'm not sure who's the edge setter right now. Looks like number 3 might be. So if number 3 is the edge setter, the corner might have gone upfield too much. If number 3 is the edge setter, he should be working in here. He's got to trust that number 3 is going to set the edge. He folds back. Pretty nice. They don't get too much. They get what? A yard? He's checking something. Good coverage. All right, y'all. It is 3rd and 5. How many people did they rush? One, 2, 3. No fucking way. Get the fuck out of here. Is this Brad White coaching the damn national championship team? No damn way you only rush 3 people. It's abysmal that you would rush 3. Here's the reason why, y'all. How many zones are there underneath? There's 6, right? If you rush 3 and you put 3 back in the backfield, how many do you left for the underneath zones? I think 3 plus 3 is 6. That might be 5. How many times have I said with a ball and a hash, there's really 6 zones, but this curl and flat is 1. So there's really only 5 underneath zones. So here's what I want you to see. Watch the big boys find zones. See that? There's nowhere to go. That's a long ass throw, y'all. From the hash all the way to the numbers. That's a long throw. That gives any DB worth his salt a chance to be there. Now, this is the issue though. Watch this. Let's say he doesn't make this tackle. Everybody he's kind of on the, everybody that's is about 10 yards away, maybe a little bit more this way. If he doesn't make that tackle, he's gone. Only guy left is him. These guys got no shot. If this guy doesn't make this tackle, he is gone. Look at it. Out route. Now they are running. No doubt about that. But if he doesn't make that tackle, he is gone. This is unbelievable open field tackle. Unbelievable. That saved them again. This is another situation that tackle, 3rd and 5, saved them. I really feel like right now that I'm calling this, doing this breakdown like I'm at UW. I am a little slanted towards UW. That is great fucking blocking, man. That is great blocking. That's hat on a hat. Hat on a hat. However, what gaps do we have? What are our gaps, right? What are our gaps? Where's the center? See, this is a problem to me. You just giving up both A gaps. Because both of these defensive linemen or defensive tackles looks like they're playing 3 techniques. So they should be B gap. Right? He should be C. You got a wide. He's going to be here. I'm sure he's going to set the edge. So both linebackers should honestly have A gaps. Let's see what they do. Okay. Looks like they switched responsibilities. Lineman went to A. Now he got B. Here's the problem for me. If you got B, bring your ass on. If you got A, bring your ass on. What are we waiting on? And you can't guess outside. You got a brother right there. You got to get in here. Watch. He gets pushed outside. Right? He gets pushed. Shit. Michigan just whipped their ass. And some of that is just poor technique, though. I don't know that scheme because they had 2-3 techs. If someone tell me differently, looks like he is outside eye of that guard and looks like he's outside of that guard. So that's a 3. It looks like he's basically in the gap. Those are 3 techs. That's 2-3 techs. But he does come in. So he's basically a 1. But that lineman whipped his ass and he whipped his ass and they just parted the Red Sea. No 1. That's not good. Damn. Untouched. Now you got to get the ball on the outside on, Corum. Get that damn ball stripped. Shit. That's unfortunate. See, now this better. At this point, I can't remember what the results are, but this is so much better. He wrong arms it. He's got contained. He's got block. He's coming. This looks real good from that vantage point I stopped it at. This looks very good. That's perfect. Come on, we got to make a tackle. Damn. It's too much. That's too much. You got everything on lock. Corner can't just get washed even more, but that's not bad. Number 11 got to make this fucking tackle. Don't duck your damn head. Shit. That's bullshit. They got 3 with it. She only got 1. That's not bad. See how when the phone booth is tight, how the safety can come up and feel free? See how this phone booth created by those 2 defensive linemen? See how that phone booth is, see how Corn barely gets through that? Now we can bring our lunch. Because he can't go nowhere. Shit, this is good coverage. Shit. So, here's an example. Watch number 1. He's outside technique. See how if number 1 doesn't press his technique, how he's not stressed, and how he covers his corner out easily? See how? Because number 1 just runs into him. He doesn't press his coverage. So that's an easy cover. Good shit right there, too. So that was a win. Man, these fucking... Watch number 94. Watch him right here. Watch how stout he is. He gets double teamed, and he doesn't get moved off his square. He's on the hash. See how he sinks his hips? He doesn't get pushed. This is, I don't know the result of the play. I just saw this flashing from this fucker here is why if they stop this play for less than 2 yards, it's because of him. They tried to combo block him, get to the linebacker. Oh, it's a pass. Never mind. I'm sorry, y'all. That was outstanding. So they passed the ball to the perimeter. Oh, wait. I just want to go through this. That's 5. That's 3. That's 2. He's 10 yards off the ball into the field. Watch. Since now I know it's a pass, watch. See that? See how? Ooh, he didn't do well on that. That's not a good example because he just fucking whiffed the tackle, whiffed the play. Never mind. But if he doesn't whiff, he's in position to make that tackle. He's in position to make the tackle right there. I don't understand why he went so far out. It makes no sense to me. But, so, the national champion just gave him a 10-yard route. He was 10 yards off. He had the hitch. He had a chance to blow it up and just fucked up. It happens to everyone, y'all. Like I said, you watch enough football. Watch number 3. Watch how he's not a magnet to this. All right? Now, what kind of coverage they're in? Are they man free? Or are they playing cover 3? I'm not sure. It's either man free or cover 3. That's pretty good. Now, see, that's Penix at his best. I don't understand why he wasn't like this more. That's a good pitch and catch. He's got a big window. Great throw and catch, man. That's just going to happen as a defense. Gap discipline. Everybody in the gap. That's pretty good. That's pretty good defense. "10 yards off," he should have said, right? Ooh. They only rushed 4. Looks like they got 4 underneath zone defenders, 1 guy extra deep with 2 soft corners. Since y'all like using the word soft, I'm going to say this. Right now, I don't know who he's going to throw it to. I hope he's throwing it here. Because when you saw him go there, this guy is butt naked open. Let's see where he throws it, y'all. He doesn't throw it at all. Fuck. This guy is wide open. And there's really no pressure on him to have thrown that ball. He should have thrown that ball to him. I'm going to tell you when. When you see him expanding, there's nobody here. You got to fit that thing in. And you see how he is. Where's the line of scrimmage? So that's 5, 10, 15, 20. Minus 119 plus 2. He's 21 yards deep, right? This line, if I go from here, 5, 10, 15, 20. Got to subtract the 1 because I started here, so that's 19. But then I got to add 2. He's 21. He's 21 yards deep off the snap. He ain't got no chance on this. Once that tight end passes, if he's looking this way, let's see. He's looking this way. Once that tight end gets right there, gets even with the linebacker, you throw that down thing right there. It is no fucking reason why he didn't let it rip. So is that number 3, y'all? That's number 4. There is no reason why he don't let that ball rip. I don't get it. I don't understand it. That ball should be ripped right now. He's got way more than enough time. Let's see how much time he had if I put it on the clock. Okay. 2.5 seconds, 3 seconds be better. But you don't need 3. He's butt naked open right now. Ain't nobody. There should be no reason why you can't step in and throw that ball. That's another one he missed, y'all. Yeesh. Don't know, man. Don't know. Again, Michigan rushed 4. All right. For the people who have been watching intently, have they rushed 5 or more yet? No, I don't think so. I don't remember. They're playing coverage behind. It's 3rd and long. I think they got a couple penalties. So that's 3rd and 5, 3rd and 19. They must have some penalties. Look at this, y'all. Look how much depth they get. It's 3rd and 19. You play the sticks. Remember at the end of the game, we had guys, we was playing a little cloud sometimes. We had guys that are flat magnets. Look how much depth He is legitimately a flat guy. Look how much depth he is. I said 19. He is 14 yards down the field. Look at how deep these people are. I don't throw the ball there. As someone asked me to describe the difference. If you watch our tape against Clemson, watch how we had a guy here, and they throw the corner route behind. It's third long, keep sinking. Fuck the flat route. Like, why are we gonna hug up on that? Now, their route concept doesn't promote like a double layers or levels of routes. They just running and stopping, but still, get depth, man. Now when he catch it, now we just gotta make a tackle. Now they go for it. How many guys they rush on 4th and 7? 4. There's no 5. All right. And this guy becomes a fucking flak magnet. Watch this. So in my estimation, and I don't know, obviously, but the way, what is his name, Adonzi threw his hands up, I don't think this was the route. I'm not sure that was the route. I'm not sure if he was supposed to run a corner route, if he was supposed to run a dig, he was supposed to stop. I don't know. But when he throws his hands up, to me, right there, that means this route, that is the old Randy Moss. I'm just going to go deep. I'm open. All right. Here's the problem, and Brian said it early. Footwork. This is a throw that you are not trying to throw the perfect ball on. His mechanics to me on this throw were not good. There's no reason. He could have actually, if he wanted to, he freaked out. He could have actually stepped up in the pocket and then threw it if he wanted to. This is a ball where you just get it up in the air and let him adjust. This is a touchdown. That is a horrible throw. I don't care if he ran the worst route in the history of mankind. There's no way you throw that ball and don't give your best receiver a shot. It's inexcusable. It's no way. He's too good for that. To throw this ball like this, and I'm sorry, it looks like pressure now. When he throws it, there's no pressure on him. He could have climbed the pocket a little bit if he wanted. He could have climbed that pocket, got up in there, and then just lobbed the ball, gave him even a little more time to separate. This pass is not normal from him. Michigan blew that coverage, y'all. I'm not sure what the coverage was because that corner is sitting like cover 2. But the safety is rolling to the hash, which he's not in a square back pedal. If this guy's rolling and this guy's rolling, I'm pretty sure he's supposed to roll. But he sits. I don't know, man. This is weird coverage. Because in essence, all honesty, no one has him, period. Because he's rolling away and he's sitting. This is a wasted opportunity. Ugh. Damn. Good blocking by Michigan, man. Hat on a hat. Good pull. Ooh. See, this is how you wreck shot. Now the interesting thing about it, he doesn't have anybody setting the edge. He goes under the puller and makes him bounce. Watch. And while in the process of making him, he wrong shoulders it, and the running back cuts right into him. That's a great play. But with that said, I don't think he has contained from way back at a safety position. There's no edge setter. Number 4 goes under. Number 4 goes under, and the linebacker goes under. Makes no sense. But a play was made. That's all that matters. Play was made. Good defense. Good defense. Linebacker, number 7. Playing his keys, gets under. Good job. Knocked the ball out. Good job. Little press man. Obviously, he doesn't feel like he's gonna beat him. Now he's playing a little. I don't like this. Now that I'm looking at this, he's playing. No, he does. He soft pedals. Never mind. But watch this, y'all. Let me see if it works. Let me see if it's what I'm about to say if accurate. Yep. All right. His stance is wide. For any corners out there, if his stance is wide and his hands are down and he's an X, I'm going to come up on line of scrimmage. I'm going to whip the shit out of him. First thing he's got to do is he got to bring his foot up. Second thing he's got to do is he's got to bring his hands up. If my hands are up, now I'm only going to do this if I see this. I'm coming up to the line of scrimmage. I'm going to fucking choke him. As I've said many times, there were 3 corners my freshman year. Don Robinson was the expert at choking somebody out. And that's where I got this from. I would choke him the fuck out right there. See how that back foot had to double tap, press? So he couldn't come out of all right away. And that's why he was able to get this jam anyway. So this must be a possession receiver because that route is terrible. Oh my goodness, shit. Man, is he the guard or the center? 4-man rush, he got this fucking guard on skates. He's roll bouncing. He's Lil Bow Wow. Watch this. Roller skate and roller skate and roller skate and woo. That's unfortunate because you know why it's unfortunate? Oop. Let me show you. Watch this guy. Just give him a little time, right? And here's the reason why. You ran shallow and a little bit deeper with this safety, not giving up any deep routes. This guy got to respect that one. He's wide open. Now, I don't know, man. Watch the O-line want to. Oh, did they really, Jacob? Well, they were fucking. What that was was that De La Soul did roller skate? They were roller skating the day, boy, or that night. Watch this. This is the great ones are able to anticipate. And Penix was not able to anticipate. Them linebackers, he's by the linebackers. That's the throw right there. And he's got time to throw it right now. Look at it. Right? Throw it right now. Throw it right now. This guy, look at the depth here. He throw that ball. He can zip it right over the linebacker's head and get that ball about right in there. That's a chunk play. Look at it. He's not covered. He's not covered. You got to anticipate. That's open. That sack was big, though. Is this third? No, second. Second and long. They still only bring 4. But this guy gets his ass whooped. And he gets pressure on the quarterback. Nowhere to go. Almost got that. That was good. Now, that honestly was good anticipation. He found that window almost 20 yards down the field. If he could have put a little bit more on it, that's good anticipation. That guy, he is open. He's got a little void between the safeties and the linebackers. And then he got a secondary window right here. That was good. 55 and 78 are dudes for they are the 2 interior defense linemen, Jacob. Yeah, they were fucking wreaking havoc all game. That's a good anticipating throw right there. He had that. Could have put a little bit more on it. Or the wide receiver could have flattened it out at the top of the route. Hold on. You don't say. I want y'all to understand this. This is how you play third and long. Look how much depth number 0 gets. I think he's a nickelback. He's buzzing the flats, right? See how he buzzed the flat? But watch what he does after he buzzes the flat. He gets fucking depth. That dude, he is like someone like I don't know if Brian asked me this, but look, he is 5, 10, 15, plus 2, minus 1. So he's 16 yards from the line of scrimmage. And he has flats. That's the flat guy. Look how far away he is from him. Remember all game we had guys that were all the way up here? No, he doesn't count, man, on third and forever. Make him throw it there. Look at this guy. Ain't nobody crawling up on him. Look how far the linebackers are. Look. What is this? 3rd and 21? Look how far the linebackers are. Almost 21 yards down the field. He's 20. He's 18. Ben, I know, man. Isn't that weird? Isn't that weird, Ben? How dare these corners play 5, 10, 13 yards here. 5, 10. No. Yeah, that's him. No, we'll count him. So 5, 10, minus 2, plus 3, right? So that's 11. Wow. Bruh, look how far these guys are off. Wow. If he's 13, that's 16. That's wow. See, but honestly, y'all, listen to me. The reason why we ain't stop anybody on the 3rd and longs is because of the execution. The watch, this is what, and this is not prevent either, y'all. This is umbrella. Watch how, right here. Watch, see this big old blue umbrella, right? That's an umbrella. What is protecting is rain from coming this way, right? That's protecting. What is insulating is everything underneath. We're going to let you. We don't want to get wet here. We're going to let you catch the ball underneath here. Right? Look at all the underneath receivers. But I know, man. Look, the underneath receivers. Just look at it. Let me put the neat circles on. That's one underneath receiver. That's two underneath receivers. That's three underneath receivers. Or anyone really close to any of those guys? This is the deepest, so that's going to be guys a little bit close to him, but no one is even. We are, what's that, 5'10"? We're at least, and he's going to be the close because we are 15 yards away from him. 16 or 17 yards away from him. We don't want these two guys to influence anyone on defense to create another secondary window. There's no secondary window. There's nothing. Because we're all 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. The closest one to the line of scrimmage is this guy. He is at least 13 yards away. Whew, that's a good one, Jacob. So 55, Jacob said 55 and 78 were rated basically the same as Deion in the same class. Could you imagine that room if Deion chose Michigan? See, but then someone would have to be on the sideline. That's probably why Deion picked Kentucky. And now we just run to them like roaches. That's perfect, bro. That is immaculate defense on 3rd and forever. You can't play it better. Michigan just whooped the shit out of Washington. He's on skates. He blocking linebacker. We got poor run support discipline. Good combo to the linebacker. Why is this linebacker coming outside when you got, oh man, this is just a comedy of errors. And when you got offensive linemen, got guys on skates, and the offensive linemen are 8+ yards down the field, engaged with a defensive player, it's never a good thing. Look at the lineman down the field. Look at this. Look at the lineman down the field. Lineman downfield. And engaged. Shit. They just washing your ass. It's like old school washboard. All they needed was some soap and water. You can't do this. They got a new quarterback in. Do your job. Now you only got one guy out there. Yeesh. You're talking about Kentucky being undisciplined. Washington was very undisciplined in this game, for sure. Defensively. Now that's better. That's a good job. Dude. Michigan is creating a new line of scrimmage on this side line of scrimmage at least 2 yards down the field. Look at this push. The running back ain't even got the ball yet. Look at the push. Look at that push. Good tackle. Shit. That's the way the corner comes up, man. I think this is one where you got a stinger. That's the way to come up. That's why, y'all, and that's probably why I got concussions too. That's why I didn't tackle with my shoulders like that. You get stingers. I never got a stinger because I try to square you up. But with me trying to square you up, I also had a history of concussions. So would you rather have a stinger or would you rather have a concussion? You probably would rather have a stinger. Bro, they just wore the shit out of Washington, man. That guy with them playing pretty good down defense, pretty decent gap discipline, and that got them. What's that? That's the first down, so that's 5, 10. That's 1. That's 9, 8. So that's what, 2nd and 7 or something. They almost got a first down. Now, this was an excellent call by the defensive coordinator because this fools me as a quarterback. Right now, there's nobody in the flat. They are playing at depth. And when I look right now, they're backing up. Okay? Who has that if this guy is retreating? No one does. Right? Just think about it. No one has this guy on the out route if this guy is retreating when he's the most outside guy on the line of scrimmage. Who would have ever thought that this guy will be able to stop that guy? He is already about 3 yards out leverage on an out route. This is excellent by him and not panicking. This is a great call for him to buzz the flat. Dude, that is, you can't fucking play that any better. That play right there, it's unfortunate that this play right here isn't going to get the notoriety that it should, because this was 100%. That's some shit right there. As a quarterback, and I see this guy bail, and he is the outside corner, there's no way I can't throw this corner route. I mean, this out route. There's no way. That is amazing job defensively. Now, one thing I did appreciate was that Washington didn't abandon the run. That you had to keep Michigan honest. I just didn't personally like how they tried to stick to the run in the red zone, where Michigan was fucking stout as hell. Now, I don't understand why Penix could anticipate this route, but couldn't anticipate a couple of other routes. He probably left, honestly, with Michigan making good tackles and missing about 3 or 4 throws. He probably left a good 170 yards on the table. That is a good fucking feel by this linebacker. But you know why that's a good feel by a linebacker? Because number 32 doesn't get washed too far. 32 starts there, and he doesn't make the window any bigger. If 32 gets washed further, the running back could extend further. But since this guy set a better edge, it made his phone booth smaller. So even though 32 isn't going to get the credit from us, besides me, those guys over there are going to give him a lot of credit in his middle linebacker or his linebacker. Michigan just didn't fuck up too much, man. Now this is, remember Ray Davis in the bowl game, how the timing was off? Same thing here. The timing was just off. If you can let that guy get in front, they got more out of this. But he lost a blocker. This is a crazy play. The fake. Everybody stands up. tight end delay. This was a heck of a drive by Washington at the end of the half. Make this game interesting. It's just, look, man. This is when I'm saying do your job. If they're in man, handle your man. Right? This guy could have just stopped. He's got him. Even though he got caught up in the wash, he still identifies even through all the wash. That's what you got to do. Do your job. I'm going to be honest with you. This was a horrible route by their best receiver. And he got bailed out. No, they didn't call a penalty. No, he shouldn't have got bailed out. They didn't call one on this. That's right. I'm glad they did, because at the corner, I would have lost it. See, this is the, and he got bailed out there. This is the Devin Leary effect. All right. Why didn't he throw it here? Why? Who is covering him? If you think it's man, which I thought it was man, he blew the coverage. All right. Watch. Number one, he is butt naked open. Right. Look at number two. He just totally lost. I don't know if he saw a run or whatever, but number one is butt naked open. You see man all over the field. You know this mesh route, number one, is wide open. And he just missed him. He missed him. And I don't know what Michael was doing, but why throw it there? He got bailed out with the penalty. Michigan's just tough, man. This is a touchdown. This is a flat-out touchdown if this corner doesn't beat this lineman. There's nobody there. Look at this. They seal. He could just go right there, but that corner defeats that lineman, and he gets tackled. There's nobody else there. Look at how this guy is sealed, and they got all that seal. He could just walk there if that corner doesn't do an outstanding job taking on that lineman and making that down great form tackle. Michigan played their ass off. Now, I don't know why they I'm just going to run it on Michigan. That made no sense to me. Now, at least they put it in Penix's hand. But this one right here is a blown coverage by Michigan. I don't know what the hell, but he's lined up outside leverage on him, which to me means he thought he had inside help. You don't line up outside in the red zone, because all you need to do is do that, and there's a touchdown. So this is a major fuck up by the secondary. Major. That's just easy pickings. What is he doing? Great route by that tight end. Great whip route by the tight end. Oh, wait a minute, Brian. What's that? Did they bring more than 4? I just stopped looking. It is the red zone. There's not much to cover. Yeah, you're right. They brought the house. No, that wasn't a pass. See, and I don't even count that as 5, but it is technically 5. But they green dog the running back. That's why he came, because he saw him block there. But yeah, they brought everybody except the 5 DBs. Yeah, you're right, Brian. Jacob, I'm sorry. Great route by the tight end right here. They isolated that linebacker, and he just whipped his ass. That's a great route. They had a chance to get a field goal too. That was scary. I don't this whole play right here made no sense to me from both sides of the ball. First of all, you're already outside technique with a safety. Looks like they playing quarter-ish coverage or the cover 2, whatever, 2 read. Why do you let him get outside of him? That makes no sense. He should be outside protecting the sideline anyway. Then why did Michigan wide receiver run out of bounds? I don't know. Yeah, Jacob, you're right. So that's it, y'all. That's the first half. Michigan punted, and then Washington took the knee to end the half. Man, when you look at it, looks like Georgia was clearly better than Washington and Texas. You wouldn't see. I'm going to say this, Brian. That's why college football is so great, man. We can say all that woulda, coulda, shoulda. Georgia should have beaten Alabama. That's it, man. Georgia should have beat Alabama. I can't say that because Georgia didn't beat Alabama. Hey, man, anytime, man. Y'all should be thanking Kendrick. Kendrick is the one who came up with this brilliant idea because I wasn't going to do it. I'm glad y'all enjoying it, getting some out. I'm glad I did it too because I got the all 22. And I hope y'all can see now with the all 22 how the plays are developed, coming from a better angle. Honestly, the end zone cut is better than the all 22. But the end zone cut, they had like a sky cam, and sometimes it didn't get the entire width of the field. So it kind of wasn't. I was actually thinking about doing one of these ABs, like doing that and put another film there and then like run them at the same time. But I was like, the screen is too small and it's hard to see. But so I decided against that. I don't even know how to get up out of here. So I decided against putting a double, but hope y'all got something out of it. It's just fun to be back in the lab with you boys and girls. And hey, as usual, we will get back to this tomorrow to watch the second half. Same time, same station. I know it's Friday. Hopefully being on this show can keep you boys out of trouble. All right, man. Appreciate y'all watching. Like, comment, subscribe. Bring a friend next time if you enjoyed it. Make them what's the word? I don't want to say subscribe because I don't know how to subscribe. Whatever on YouTube, how you become a follower, do that. Comment on it, like it, and share it. And unfortunately, we couldn't do the locker yesterday. Both of us had conflicts. I had a girls' basketball game. No, I had an award ceremony, fall award ceremony. So I couldn't get here on time, and it just didn't work out. But we'll see you guys next week on Force Ball. I forgot. You know what? Fuck it. What time is it? I'm not gonna go right now. What do y'all think about the whole Saban thing? Ask y'all that question if y'all still here, if y'all didn't leave. What do y'all think about the whole Nick Saban retiring? Do you think Nick Saban was planning on retiring or something forced him to? And who's going to get that job? Like, I don't know the boosters like Lane Kiffin. I think Lane Kiffin should get the job. With Dan Lanning saying he's gonna stay at Oregon, which to me I think was a smart decision. I think if Oregon wasn't moving to the Big Ten, I think he would have came to Alabama. But with Oregon moving to the Big Ten, there was no reason to. According to Matt Jones' source from early in the year, it sounded like this was planned. Okay. He is, what, 71 or 72? I know him and Pete Carroll around the same age. I know Pete Carroll's 72. He's getting long in the tooth, man. But here's the deal. That is a great job to have. I don't give a fuck if I'm coming after him or not. Because the job is not like the Bobby Bowden and Joe Pa, how they left their situation. When they left, they were on the downswing of their tenure. The record was going down. They weren't getting as great players anymore. That's not happening at Bama. Bama's still killing the recruiting cycle. They haven't lost more than 2 games the last probably 5-6 years. They won double-digit games. They just was in the semifinals. This is a great position to be in. This is a really good job. 72. Yeah. We need leaders to realize that they are too old, maybe for. Yeah, Brian, that is true. So I'm interested to see who they get. I like the guy from the Warriors from UW. He's won everywhere he's been, and that to me is, I don't give a damn what negatives you can say about him. That guy has won at every level. If you can win NAIA Division II, whatever, FCS, you can easily win at Bama, in my opinion. All you got to do is keep the right staff there. Because he's only been at UW for a couple years. So, who in the NFL, though, kid? Vrabel? Who else is going to? Look, I'm going to tell y'all something. If you're in the NFL, you don't want to come to college. I'm just going to be honest with you. College coaching is such a grind. I don't think y'all understand that how much of a grind it is. The NFL is not a grind. It's not a grind. There's no recruiting, no traveling to go in the parents' living rooms. It's totally different. You got people that's responsible for recruiting your current players in the NFL. That's what you got a GM for, the assistant GMs, the scouts. You ain't got to do all that shit. So, an NFL guy I'll say this, like Brian Daboll is a guy who needs to be looked at. He's a former Alabama quarterback. I'm not sure he is enjoying his time at the Giants. He enjoyed his time at the Bills, but I'm not sure he's enjoying his time at the Giants. Maybe he will want to come back, but I'm serious. I don't think he want to go get in this grind. Plus now with NIL, totally different deal, man. I'm not sure. There are not too many. Just think about this. There's not too many NFL guys who come back to college, who are NFL guys. Now, you got some guys who may be in college for a few years. They might dip their toe in the NFL, see what it's all about, and then come back. But once you're in the NFL for a little bit of time, you don't want to come back. It's too much of a grind, man. At least in the NFL, you're around your family more, even though you're in the office. But at least you have a chance. When the football season ends, and even now with the early signing period, when your ass have a bye week, you're on the road. You're recruiting. And I don't know if anybody else wants that grind. So, all right. So that's all I got now. Got that off my chest. Again, see y'all tomorrow. Same bat time, same bat station.